Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab. And I'm finished with the Book of Wisdom, Volume 1. But guess what? I got in the mail Book of Wisdom, Volume 2, and that's what I'm working with today. We can get some lessons. I got my teacher hat on. You know what time it is. Let's do what we do. Right isn't 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message, always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my God be true. This little book here with my new best friend. I put the big one down, went through him, now I'm running through him. I just did the introduction. We starting. Oh, this got the numbers. We got 200 and something pages of wisdom. Let's go. I'm gonna go through every one. I'm gonna start from the beginning and I'm gonna work my way through. I'm gonna pick and choose. Now we're gonna get it straight. I'm teaching. This is lessons. We're gonna start with the P-Funk philosophy on the Kabalistic tree of life. The Jews got a good understanding. This is their tree of life, okay? This is the bottom and this is the top. But these top three right here is significant. I didn't go through all of them. So, I did this lesson before, but this just to show you how the Kabbalistic tree of life mimics the Egyptian tree of life, and it puts to shame the Christian's tree of life. I've got a lesson here about the Christian and the Kabbalah. So I got some good stuff here. Let's go. If you learn it, it's what you want. That's what I'm doing for you right now. Class is in session. The teacher's about to roll. The Kabbalistic tree of life is a complex and profound symbol that intricately maps the process of which your divine source, whether you refer to as God, your spirit, the essence, has to have an experience. This is the experience. We're spiritual beings having our human experience. Every spirit has to have it. The universal consciousness. Okay, excuse me. Yeah. The universal consciousness, aka God, anything universal pertains to God. Or the divine mind, that's individuals, manifesting in our physical world. That's us. That's the human beings. And to truly be able to grasp the full extent of the tree significance, I'm going to try to break it down, give you an understanding. Hope you can get it. And it would require an in-depth study. We're going to do that, potentially spanning the entire book. Do that. Here I will outline the essentials to illustrate how this ancient, now the Jews got an ancient concept from the Egyptians, and this ancient symbol connects with what? Both occult teachings, which is cool, and religious doctrine, again, which is cool, providing a good sturdy foundation that they can stand on for their further exploration and enlightenment. When your foundation is sturdy, you can stand on it. Maya is the sturdiest foundation I know. That's what I stand on. And whatever else other people believe, that's fine. I'm just giving you mine. Let's go. We all have one, like armpits and buttholes. Moving on. Fundamentally, and that's what this is all about. The Kabbalistic tree of life, this is what it looks like. Okay. Bottom, top. we got a similar concept, but we doing that again. This is not mine. I'm teaching somebody else's philosophy. Let me see. Now, here we go. The tree really operates. No, excuse me. The tree serves as a blueprint. There you go. A blueprint that details how pure awareness and consciousness. That's what God is. Spirit, awareness, consciousness. Same thing. Energy, frequency, and vibration will transform into what? Energy, that's the first thing, which eventually manifests as what? Material reality that we as spirit beings have to experience for ourselves. Individual, meaning the I, each one has its own. This symbolic tree is structured with 10 spears, okay, just like the Egyptian concept, or they call them sephiroths. It's a single, if it's a single one, it's sephiroth. Sephiroth means more than one, plural, okay? But each represents an emanation, right there, an aspect of the divine essence. You have a few of them. These sephiroth trace the stages of the manifestation from what? The divine source down to the physical plane, from spirit to matter, and showing how the divine mind unfolds, right thinking, into tangible reality. If you think it, you can manifest it. That's God. We do the same thing. That makes sense? Yeah, say it. You said, you know. And the tree really operates as a macrocosm, cosmic, and a microcosmic scale. As above, so below. One of the macrocosmic levels, now it reflects, the structure and the process of the total universe itself is in us, illustrating how the divine consciousness shapes and governs this physical world through cosmic energies, frequency, and vibrations, aka natural laws. Science is starting to figure that out. We did it a long time ago. Okay? And the macrocosmic aspect of the tree demonstrates how the divine source actually manifests and sustains the universe. Same way he doing us. Come on, stay with me. Now, on the macrocosmic scale, the tree represents every individual's soul's journey from the spiritual realm down into the physical realm. Well, okay, how about this? The spiritual realm is here in the body, in the womb. When you got your 9 months of state, you coming on out here to the physical world, now you become a player in the game that we call life. That's the physical world. And every spirit has to come through that way. Through the physical body, through the woman, and then to the physical world. And what's this? Now, where we at? Microcosm represents the journey for the spirit, soul, and back. This aligns with what? The principle I just told you, as above, so below. Okay? And meaning that each person, every individual, not a few, not the chosen ones, every individual is microcosm of the universal consciousness. He's inside you. By exploring this tree of life, learning it, mastering it, now you can what? Gain insights into the aspects of your own soul and its connection with the divine source, aka God. Religion's job is to do just that. That's what religion is for. Are they doing it? From what I read, no. Am I doing it? Yeah. I know a few people who is, but everybody's not. It's not universal. So we got some issues. Moving on. And the structure of the tree includes what they call 10 sephiroths, 22 pathways. Now, what they mean by 22 pathways from my I don't say, but I'm just saying that means the alphabet, 22 letters. Mm-hmm. And an additional sephiroth, we got Mayat. Egyptian used to me doing Mayat. They got what they call Dayat, D-A-A-T, Da'at. Okay, I'm just reading it. With Da'at is not always, what's this? Now, wow, it says wow, Dayat is not always explicitly listed on the Sephiroth, meaning you don't see it on the Tree of Life. Okay, but it's supposed to be here. Okay, so where it is, I got a letter. I'll show you in a minute. But they have a philosophy, and watch this. Now, the 22 pathways, each letter for them consists of a pathway to God, or aspect of God. They have a number for it. And that's a genius way to do it. Why? Watch how it plays out. If you understand it, it plays out to the T to make their point. That's all you got to do. Do it make sense? Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. I ain't got to follow it, study it, but I'm reading it. It makes a lot of sense. They've been practicing for a long time. Moving on. But the structure includes the seraphs. Now, it includes also what they call a hidden realm that represents a deep level of what? Personal self-knowledge. And it acts as a bridge to our higher spiritual dimensions on a microcosmic level. That corresponds to the hidden aspects of subconscious mind and that we access when doing meditation, providing us a gateway to the other realm of consciousness. And that's the perfect explanation for what I do. Why? I meditate daily. That means I'm talking to God, but I'm not talking. I'm listening. When we're praying, you're talking. When you're meditating, you're listening. That's the difference, people. Everybody, I pray, meditate. No, I don't meditate. Well, how you talk to God? How do you get God information? No, prayer. You do the talking. So spare me that. Understand? They had a philosophy that second to none. Simply that. Moving on. And this is why I talked to a Jew the other day. We had a good conversation. He saw my stuff. We started talking. He said, "Wow, that's interesting." I said, "Yeah, thank you." And he said, "I'm gonna check you out. Give him a card." Okay. So I understand their philosophy, and the people don't like them. I said, "Why people rag?" He said, "Well, I'm asking you." I said, "I know they talk about y'all. I don't talk about y'all. I hear people that use this, use that. I ain't got a problem with y'all. I respect what y'all do and how y'all do it. So I ain't the basher. I'm not a Jew basher. All right, moving on. But I had a good conversation. But at the apex of this tree, they got a thing called Keter. Keter. Some people call it Keter, Keith, but it means the crown, like the chakra system. They call it Keter at the top. We call it the crown chakra. Okay, watch this. Now, the similarities in what they represent is right on point, the same thing. The Keter crown, which represents your divine source, your highest Sephiroth, that embodies the ultimate origin of all creation. We're talking about God. I'm a spiritual philosopher. I know God. And everybody who practices God's style, I'm going to check them out. Why? To see what they're talking about. Why? Because I'm talking about it. I'm talking about the Jews right now. Okay? Keter is often described as the connection of light. They had a prospect, right there, a concept that's emphasized by what? Frater, Frater, Archet, whoever he is. But this divine light, we call it pineal gland, okay, emanates where? Downward through what? The 22 paths that they use in the alphabet. We use hieroglyphics. They use the alphabet and then they labeled it and they all represent a number. And the number add up, it takes you right back to God. They got a perfect concept. But the hidden realm is the dyad. We call it duat. Okay? Instead of that D-A-A-T, we got D-U-A-T. So it's the duat instead of dyad. And the 10 Sephiroth, they reach the base of the tree of Malkuth. That's the bottom. Okay? From the bottom of Malkuth, Keith is the top. And they show you, like I did the Egyptian, they show you each one represents an aspect you have to master of your character. Same thing, but put different. I'm showing you that. And watch this. The Malkuth means the kingdom. Malkuth signifies the physical world. We call it the Ta. Physical world. Okay, on the scale, we got Ta, Pet, and Dua. See, 3 consciousness, 3 states, 3 levels, 3 rounds. All the same thing, just presented different for different cultures in different areas. Knowledge is knowledge. It's been presented, it's been around a long time. Okay, but the physical plane, all right here, human body, and that represents the material world, aka hell. And the macrocosm of the human body is the microcosm. You got the outer, which is this, then you got the inner that's working from the inside. Same thing like the universe. But the 10 Sephiroth of the tree of life are what? They're literally associated with the 10 celestial bodies. Did you know that? We got 9 celestial bodies. No, we got 10. See, again, with knowledge comes understanding. With ignorance, you're going to be confused. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to swear you know something and don't have a damn clue because you think you know and you won't listen to the truth. So when you believe a lie, you're stuck on stupid. You got the 10 bodies. They are Earth, Moon, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, and, Neptune. But the visible planets, you didn't need a telescope to view, was 7. In ancient, that's why 7 was important. And the Jews, they took it to 9. How about no? They took it to 10. They went straight to the top. They got their philosophy to take it to the top. I ain't got a problem with that. And watch this. These planets are these planets transcend their identities as mere physical entities or rocks floating in space. They are profound manifestations of universal energies. Each embodies one at a time a unique stage. I tell you, it takes a year to master each stage. And watch this. Each unique stage in the process of creation. You learn them, you spend time studying it, learn it, master it. Every year you get better as you get older. Their celestial bodies, they serve as what? Conduits for distinct aspects of the creative force that penetrates the universe, aka God, shaping its structure and dynamics. The planets were observed with our senses are not just physical forms, but are tangible expressions from God of a deeper metaphysical energies that govern the cosmos. It runs that and it runs this. In an intricate process, what we call universal creation, each plane, through its associating with the particular seraph, plays a vital role in the ongoing art of creation, channeling those energies that bring the universe into existence and sustains it continues its evolution. They say the universe is still growing, expanding. So I mean, it's not steady, it's living. Here's the picture of what we call the tree of life and the human body. They put the body up against the tree of life, and they give all these labels, signs, and different. But the zodiac does the same thing, cover the body. They did it with the planets, okay, which is fine. And they got it all laid out. And that's the best part about this here. They tell you each one, they identify with, break it down, and give you a little quick lesson. I'm not going through all of them because it's tedious and it's long, but if you want to learn it, you can look it up. Kabbalah's everywhere. Okay. But this is their concept. Man is what they call the microcosm of God's consciousness, reflecting the vastness of the divine within the finite form of human existence, the physical body. The very essence of the universe, with all its creative power, wisdom, and spiritual depths, is mirrored within the human experience. I see how they can go about their lives and do what they do. They don't concern with what outside people think. They got their own thing and they live in it in this tradition and they follow it. And everybody seems to have a problem with that. Not me. Okay, I got a problem with what y'all do. What y'all study is closest to what I learned and studied. So I got a problem with what you do. You did it, used it, and I ain't got a problem with that. You ain't saying nothing other than this is what we do. Okay, no problem. But now, starting with the body, the heel that touches the physical earth, okay, that represents Malkuth. They got this thing figured out right quick. The material realm and the foundation, which is earthly existence, to contrast. The head now, is aligned with Kether. It's spelled with Kether. That's the crown chakra, which is outside the body. The crown, which is the highest point of the tree of life, representing pure consciousness, aka God. When you unite with that consciousness within yourself, you and the divine become one. You have become one with the source. Kether is the realm of infinite potential. We call it the noon, where all is one, and the unmanifested aspects of the universe. It is that gateway to what we call heavens, the divine spark and the source of all creation. Again, we goes back to God. It goes back to God. They got nothing but respect for God, and they were showing it, improving it by different aspects and walking that path, the tree of life, to get to God. That's what the concept. We just got the same concept. Indians got the same concept. They used the serpent to climb up, but the Kundalini. Okay, it's been around a long time. Let me go. This called practical Kabbalah. This is what the base of what they teach their kids and what they live by. So they have a perfect understanding of God. They not walking around praying all the time. No, they know just what they're doing. On Saturday, the Sabbath, they pay that whole day to worship God. All day. Yeah, they do. Y'all hear people out there saying, no, they all day. They are all in, moving on. So they don't complain about, man, I gotta get out of here. I got somewhere to go. No, they study to learn their tradition. They live as a group of people together, and they live in harmony amongst each other. I seen two Jews have an argument with two Teslas, have an accident. Cars messed up. No police, no exchanges of information, just a talk, conversation. Okay, my bad, I didn't see that. That's what they do amongst each other. Let that been two brothers. Me, you tear my car up, I'm gonna freak out. No, I had a situation where I handled myself different, but I don't know if I reacted that way. Just because you black, because they was the same Jews. They asked about it. I asked the guy, I said, dude, he said, everything's okay. Material stuff obviously don't move them to that point where they get crazy. That's all my point with that is. And they learning how to live, and they live in harmony amongst themselves. I saw it for myself. I said, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Okay, again, this is what they practice, and this is why they are the way they are. They seem to be cold and callous. Nope, they're not emotional. They're not emotionally driven. I love that about them too. But the Kabbalah is ancient. Where we at? The Kabbalah ancient protect. It believes, watch this. It believed to have been more than 7,000 years old. Right there. We know Christianity ain't but 2,000 years. We know that. So we talking about 5,000 years of information, knowledge that's been handed down, that's been practiced before we even got to what y'all call Christianity. Y'all so in love with it. Moving on, I ain't gonna get personal. All right, but which later became what we know the cornerstone of the Jewish mysticism. They don't call it religion. They call it a system. Why? This hidden truth that they learn amongst themselves. That's why. And over centuries, Jewish sages and mystics expanded upon this wisdom. Hello. Interpret the mysteries of creation. They found the key of life, as they call it, the tree of life, and the ordering of the cosmos and the underlying principles that govern the universe is described in what? The Torah, the Mosaic laws, the Torah, the Bible, first 5 books of the Bible, or what y'all call it, y'all know is the Old Testament of the Bible. The Jews didn't take the whole Bible. No, we good with this. Go on about your business. Why? We going about ours. We got what we need. They took a God. We got Ra, Yahweh. He had my man with his Samaritans. We take Yahweh. Yahweh means to breathe, breath, in and out. Yahweh. Yahweh. That's an old philosophy, but they took it and used it for something more noble and glorious purpose for them as a tradition for their people. And they still use it to this day. They're using that concept. And what's this? The old tradition of the Bible. Traditional Kabbalah engages deeply with what? Each phase of creation. They want you to study each one, be proficient in it. As a master mason, I taught, when you got first degree, I'll give you a second. Until you master that degree, you won't get nothing. Master that to get more. I tell you, God don't give you the more you can handle. A good teacher, a good sage will do the same thing. Won't give you the more you can handle. He ain't trying to break you, trying to enlighten you. I'm just trying to give you what you need. Let's go. And it's symbolized by what? The seraphs. The seraphs of the tree of life. And it draws upon what they call sacred tests in life, such as the Sefer, Yuzarav, and the Zohar. Those are all books, writings that they can teach from. They have all kinds of lessons. And that you can't walk into a synagogue. That ain't happening. What they do, they keep to themselves. Okay, that's the difference. And that's what we did at Egyptian. The foreigners came in, they got mystery, they got secrets. Yeah, we ain't telling you. Okay. But these texts, which were sacred from the foundation of the Kabbalistic study, offers a profound and intricate exploration of what we call the metaphysical principles that shape reality. It's all about understanding God from a perspective of knowledge and understanding, not a bunch of superstitious nonsense. In the realm of the practical Kabbalah, the emphasis shifts from what the abstract contemplation to now a more personal application of the knowledge that you're learning. You learn it to apply it. The Jews, they got they call it the bar mitzvah. Young men at 13, they can recite in Latin for an hour, 2 hours, or whatever that they study and learn that. That's indoctrination, which I ain't got a problem with. But it gives you the power to what? Study, the wherewithal to understand. And now you can produce as a person. Now you have the knowledge. That's what they gave the kids. That's what parents do. You get them knowledge for the world to live on their own. And it says here, the tree of life is seen not merely as a cosmic blueprint, but a dynamic map of the internal forces that shape our individual existence. We're giving life lessons. That's what I'm doing. This sacred diagram reveals the energetic configuration we choose upon incarnating into this world, representing the blueprint of our soul's journey. I'm going to stop right there, but I'll be right back with more. This is only going to get better if you're paying attention. This is another life lesson from a different perspective. I understand it. I appreciate it. Hope you are too. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 miles a day. So I know that my right thinkers who's getting a good lesson, the Kabbalah tree of life, have passed away. I'll be right back.